Yerp, we back. Got another banger. Francis.
And Ngannou.
Obviously, that chin figures to be tested here tonight against Francis Ngannou.
The Predator.
Like, subscribe. Also, shout out to that boy Joseph Vincent.
Down. That is it. The Predator, Francis Ngannou, live and in color.
Literally a 1 in a million type athlete. We're dealing with a guy who's capable of knocking any heavyweight unconscious with one punch that connects.
Rosen strike is out. Ngannou.
Out bad. Out cold. Holy smoke.
Francis the Predator Ngannou.
Ngannou's success was anything but preordained.
Perhaps it's easiest to start in his native Cameroon.
Born in Cameroon, Francis was raised in the poorest of conditions. Shoveling sand in the local quarries, Francis endured grueling work to help support his family.
You worked in a sand mine when you were young. You dug sand all day.
I was like 26 years old, when I understood that there is no chance for me out here in Cameroon.
When you want to talk about a man who persevered, that guy for 14 months, he made his way from Cameroon to Morocco and 7 times got arrested and sent back and finally made it across to Europe.
After illegally crossing the border into Spain, he was detained for 2 months.
They will bring you to Spain side. They will hang you to a immigration police. You don't care. You finally where you wanted to be.
At age 26, he moved to Paris and embarked on his dream of MMA glory, sleeping in homeless shelters by night and training by day.
His story is just so inspiring.
It's incredible. It's a comic book.
That nigga started training at 26, bro. Chat, I'm 27. He started training last year. He was already a killer. He just got in shape and started training for it.
Story.
The only thing that I want is some place that I can train because I want to become a world champion.
He debuted in 2013. Overpowering Benzina, Francis won his first match by submission.
First time I was 27 and I went to the gym. I'm like, started to boxing, and I'm like, okay, so if you need the faster income to help you get out in your situation, you have to do MMA. Then I'm like, what's MMA?
He quickly realized he was blessed with God-given gifts that could change the course of his life.
The next one, I get paid like 2,000 euros.
Whoa, you're happy, right?
Yes.
NyQuil.
A single blast secured Francis a second victory.
How did it feel then as you're starting to live your dream now?
He lost a decision in his first few fights, but it was a minor speed bump.
It almost feels like it's a bunch of individual missions, right? Like get to the next one, then the next one, then the next one.
It's an individual mission. Every step is a mission.
He was this titanic heavyweight that was just KOing people left, right, and center in spectacular ways. It was all-encompassing. We're in this sport. This guy comes along, starts just blistering people all over the place.
He's focused a lot on his boxing. They've brought in a new rest coach. It's going to be about staying at distance.
That nigga arms look like he could punch you from across the table, bro.
With Ngannou.
You gotta think his game plan was rooted in getting this clinch, and he's got it early.
Taking bout duty to the ground, Francis was simply too strong.
His hands are so big. Every time I shake his hands, I'm like, how is that a person? I mean, it's like shaking hands with a brick, like a giant brick. They're just so big.
Another overwhelming victory set the Predator on a course for the UFC.
Nigga's a brute.
My birthday,
Like, he don't
and
even
my
look like a
coach,
real person.
called me. I'm like, guess what?
Dragon
I'm
Ball
like,
Z character for sure.
I don't know. Tell me. He was like, yes, we just got your UFC contract.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3
$20.
rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of Paris, France, Francis the
That's
Predator
245.
Ngannou.
Making his UFC debut, Francis put the sport on alert.
And you're starting to see Enrique go for the shot because he's tired on the feet, and that's the truth.
Ngannou with some serious power.
Knows it.
Them shits, all his punches is like melatonin, NyQuil, Seroquel, everything, nigga. Dayquil, nigga, you go to bed, nigga.
The uppercut contorted Enrique's face and ended the fight.
Damn.
It's all over! Knockout! Francis Ngannou! Wow! Vicious uppercut!
Serious power from Ngannou.
Damn.
By knockout,
Damn.
Francis the Predator
Damn.
Ngannou.
In his next fight, Francis was pitted against undefeated Curtis Blades.
You know, he only really come to the limelight in his late.
Chad, this nigga has an 83 reach game. That's crazy, bro. He's 6'4", 254, 250, bro, 252, bro. The nigga he fighting is a decent matchup though. You feel me? He just down a little 3 inches, might little, you know. They the same height. He weigh a little more. He too young for that man, that grown man though. But look, we gonna see.
Athlete's life, should I say? But I think that's one of the big shames about Francis Ngannou not maybe being as big of a
Yo,
draw
this
as he
nigga
should.
look like the first human ever, bro. No funny shit. I swear to God. The first nigga that discovered the wheel. They went to go dig up a they went to go dig up a caveman to fight this nigga, bro. Tell me he from Chicago. Yeah, I bet, bro.
Should be, because his story is one of the most amazing things that you could possibly hear.
Night.
Nasty. He may not recover from that one. Big counter left by Francis Ngannou. Counter right there gets through for Ngannou.
With just a few good shots, Blades' face was completely mauled.
Over there. Well, the doctor, it appeared, tried to stop this fight.
Damn, he can't
and the
see, bro.
referee
Just
said he can see.
Chat. Whole side of his right face is fucked. Damn. Fuck, man.
But he says he can't see.
The doctor is stopping the fight.
Francis the Predator Ngannou.
Yeah, I don't think no one's achieved more than he has in the short time he's been in the sport.
This string of destructive wins made Ngannou a rising star.
Chrissy, Ngannou is a dangerous man. Versatile fighter, though. Mihailovic, he's getting chased down. Big hammer fist. This could end Ngannou.
Another quick finish, this time with a series of hammer fists.
Right on top. And it's all over. Just like that.
Not a nigga you want on your ass.
Francis the Predator Ngannou.
UFC is the name that everybody knows. If you're the heavyweight champion of the UFC, it means so much more for your exposure globally.
Hamilton thought he'd be able to use his wrestling experience to subdue the Predator.
Remember a time I've seen Anthony Hamilton this focused or this hyped up for a fight before? He really does believe that Ngannou off his back has nothing to offer him, but also wants to open up with those hands. Let's see, as much as he can do this, that benefits him. I mean, he spent his entire life wrestling. Still goes back to wrestle with his old college team.
Look at the strength of Ngannou, forcing Hamilton's arm behind his back.
Anthony Hamilton is not a weak man, but wow. Man, this guy is super strong. Look at this.
Yeah.
He has it. He got it. Wow. Francis Ngannou by submission round 1.
It was becoming clear Francis possessed a different kind of power.
He's one of those contenders that you look at and go, oh my God, when this guy's champion, he is going to be massive. He had spectacular knockouts on his way up.
The hype surrounding Ngannou was growing.
#1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Francis the Predator Ngannou!
Fans were pumped to watch the Predator hunt his prey.
When his coach Fernand Lopez,
Look at
the MMA factory in Paris, they bring it down.
Another first-round KO.
Knocks Arlovsky down. That is it. The Predator Francis Ngannou, live and in color.
And we might be staring at a future UFC heavyweight champion, Francis Ngannou, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, imagine if they caught him when he was 23. You know, I mean, imagine that guy.
A much-anticipated super fight with #1 contender Alistair Overeem was set.
But you saw what he did to Overeem. K1 Grand Prix champion, Dream champion, Strikeforce heavyweight champion. Francis put him into orbit.
Overeem was a legend, an absolute beast.
3 professional wins, 21 knockouts or TKOs, 12 stemming from a kick or a knee, 17 wins by submission. That mix tonight. And for Alistair Overeem, his 60th professional MMA fight.
Boom, perfect timing.
Watch the head snap.
An uppercut that would make Mike Tyson smile snapped Overeem's head back.
Well, nigga was dead before he hit the ground.
The Predator had won in spectacular fashion. Francis would get his title shot against the champion, Stipe Miocic.
I mean, if anybody else other than Stipe's so tough and skilled and kept away from him.
Crazy word.
Miocic was coming off his 4th straight first-round knockout win.
Be smart about it. Good head movement by Stipe. Better shoot again, though.
Most thought the powerhouse Ngannou would KO the aging champ, but Stipe was able to do what others couldn't.
Oh, good right hand by Stipe.
Put Ngannou on the mat and keep him there.
Beautiful time takedown. And this is where we see what Ngannou is made of. Side control. This is where Stipe is looking to dominate the entire fight from this position right here.
Ngannou's ground game was simply not developed enough to combat this.
And this is what we haven't seen from Ngannou since the Curtis Blades fight. He gets it again.
They are standing and cheering in Boston. Stipe Miocic has survived and conquered Francis Ngannou tonight.
UFC heavyweight champion.
Not a bad loss, though.
Stipe kept Ngannou on his back for 5 rounds and secured the surprising upset decision win. Ngannou would lose his next fight in similar fashion.
Winner by unanimous decision, Derek the Black Beast Lewis.
This would force the Predator to push his game to the next level.
Francis is a great MMA fighter, but he's been fighting for 5 years.
Yeah.
He just hits unbelievably hard.
I can't believe that you said he got 120,000 on that
I think
machine.
you're like 120 something. I think, find out what it
129, that's so crazy.
Wow.
With each passing year, Ngannou continued to morph his training into an all-encompassing regimen.
His hands are so big. Every time I shake his hands, I'm like, how is that a person? I mean, it's like shaking hands with a brick, like a giant brick. They're just so big.
Returning to face Curtis Blades again, the pressure was on Ngannou. A win would put him back on track, but another loss would likely spell the end of his title dreams.
This main event, this rematch between Curtis Razor Blades and Francis the Predator Ngannou. But he told me that Curtis Blades, this is All I need to do is
Ngannou destroyed Blades.
Ngannou's powering in. Oh, this is bad news.
That's it. Francis Ngannou wins in Beijing. Double quick.
Francis the Predator Ngannou.
He's on another level.
Who's he beat? How?
Doesn't
Because
matter.
he beat Arlovsky?
It's not who he beats, how he beats him.
Knocks him out?
Dude, he's so big.
If I'm Cain Velasquez, I'm looking to wrestle by grabbing that lead leg and making big Ngannou balance on one leg.
Watch Ngannou's right hand and Kane's head.
Look at it.
It happens quick, but the uppercut ends this match before it can even begin.
That wasn't even full force.
The
NyQuil.
Predator had pasted another opponent in the first round. Ngannou was now starching people left and right. In a much-hyped match against Junior Dos Santos, the Predator pounced.
Did you see Francis Ngannou knock out Junior Dos Santos?
Yeah, I didn't even think it was a real knockout. He just blushed him. Look at him. He hit him and he went down and held his head. Let him fight it out with him.
Listen, that fight was over.
And with that touch of gloves, we are on the way to tonight's fight card. This brought to you by Toyo Tires. And Ngannou immediately goes low with that calf kick and lands.
The scary thing is he just clipped him.
He clipped him.
He clipped him, rocked him, put him down, pounded on his head.
He felt them shit. He was like, I'm not even about to fight this nigga.
Yet another first-round dismantling.
Francis the Predator Ngannou. Holding a perfect professional record. 10 wins, no losses. Yazinya, Biggie Boy, Rosenstrike.
This fight would test Ngannou, pushing him to his limits. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was another first-round cheek clapping.
Oh!
Damn, NyQuil.
Ngannou!
Out bad. Out cold. Holy smoke.
Yeah, you know you ain't have to do him like that.
So Francis Ngannou with his
don't give a fuck,
consecutive vicious first-round knockout.
Cow.
Ngannou would finally get his shot to avenge his loss to Stipe.
These title fights, man, are the best.
And this is the biggest of the big. This is the heavyweight title and the
That-
scariest contender against the greatest champion.
Right, let's fight.
Let's see how this starts.
And Francis has got to be careful to not load up and leave these big openings.
Oh! Knockout for Ngannou!
Unlike the previous fight, Ngannou was better prepared to prevent any takedown attempts.
Back to his feet, eats another uppercut.
NyQuil.
In the second round, Stipe was blasted and sent stumbling to the ground.
Damn. Serotonin. Fuck.
Who's knocked down and out? Francis Ngannou can finally call himself
Help
the
him.
greatest heavyweight in the world.
You go into the fire with Ngannou, you go to sleep. Oh my goodness.
Look at this nigga body. He just transformed bigger. He's big as fuck.
Heavyweight champion of the world.
Bro, look at this nigga. He just a fucking big ass. I don't even know, bro. Like, athlete.
Francis the Predator.
Niggas lucky he ain't play football.
Ngannou.
8 years after beginning MMA training, Ngannou was the heavyweight champion of the world, the undisputed baddest man on the planet. Ngannou defended his title one time before a beef with Dana White put his career on hold. Ngannou recognized his own market value. He walked away from the UFC to challenge the heavyweight boxing champion, Tyson Fury.
To have your first boxing match ever against the lineal heavyweight champion, against a guy who nobody gave him any chance. And to have the Las Vegas odds, like the online betting odds, in the last round in his favor was incredible. Because it was like 14-1 at the start of the fight. Yeah. And at the end of the fight, he was favored.
This fight was thought to be a joke. Only Ngannou wasn't playing.
He's the baddest dude on the planet.
He's the baddest dude on the planet. 100%. And
He
the only
lost
person
on
that
some
has
bullshit.
a chance
is John Jones.
I can't show much of this. Top Rank loves to abuse copyright claims. But essentially, Ngannou outboxed Fury. But surprise, corruption awarded the decision to the Gypsy King.
The Gypsy King.
In the third, he dropped the Gypsy King with a counter, scoring a knockdown on the best boxer alive. Kindly, the ref granted Tyson Fury a solid 40-second breather before allowing the action to resume.
And what happened in that fight was Francis Ngannou beat the best heavyweight boxer maybe ever. Maybe ever. Right. The look on Tyson Fury's eyes when he went down in the third round from that left hook, he was like,
shit.
oh, Jesus.
A 1-point decision on the third card. Winner by split decision. Still undefeated from the United Kingdom, the WBC heavyweight.
He won that fight. They know he won that fight. He won on one judge's scorecard who was honest, and I think the judge only gave him 1 round, where I think he should have given him 2. Should have won by more than 1 point.
We wait anxiously to witness his next feat of greatness.
I think I really want to know. But look, though, you know the vibes. Love y'all, man. Like, subscribe, type shit.